What up, my common sensocrats? This is the show where we give you the harshest truth, not the sweetest lie. Welcome to a great show about freedom. We talk about what freedom means, what it could mean to you, and how to use it. Today is full of memes, a little history, entertainment as always, and with a special guest. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, rumble.com, wherever you listen to your audio podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, etc. Like and follow on all of the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and commonsensocrats.locals.com. And here we go. Let me ask you one question. What is freedom? There are multiple definitions and words, so synonyms of freedom would be independence, self-government, self-determination, self-legislation, self-rule, home rule. You could do liberty, liberation, release, emancipation, delivery. It's, the state of being physically unrestricted from something, being able to move easily. Freedom is the state of not being subject to or affected by something that's undesirable. The power of self-determination attributed to the will. The quality of being independent of fate or necessity. So like latitude, scope, leeway, margin, flexibility, space, breathing room, right? We all could use that. And you cannot have self-determination without full freedom. Unrestricted use of something, openness in speech or behavior with somebody. That is a big thing, especially these days. When you're having a conversation with somebody, then it turns into a heated argument. Well, that's not really... it's freeing after you're done if they're really good friends and you're like, hey, that was amazing. But that's the openness that comes with that freedom. That's openness. That's what you need. But what I need to think of, what is a really good definition? Like the perfect definition, especially for what we're all going through right now. Hang on. I have the perfect guest for this. Just let me go grab her because she's here. So I'm just gonna go grab her. Hi, I'm Victoria, the historian. Now, Carrington tells me we're doing an episode on freedom, but let me give you the true definition of freedom. It is the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. For example, freedom of speech, choice, religion, voting, etc. The Constitution says it all. Maybe take a look at it, especially if you live in the United States. Just a thought. There are a lot of very important details in the document that pertain to you, me, your family, my family, all races and religions, no matter what do they say, the naysayers tell you. Do your own research. You have freedom to research as well, in case you didn't know that. Now, during the lockdowns, I actually reread my constitutional reader here. It is very thick, but it's very informative. And I am in shock that they don't teach you this in school anymore. I learned this in school. They taught us freedom of speech, religion, press, the basics. Now I'm going to explain a few of the amendments to you that have the word freedom or free, or at least implicate freedom. Now the entire Constitution implicates freedom, but the most important ones that you need to know about. The First Amendment, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Now, Second Amendment. Yes, I know this is very controversial, but it must be said. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The 15th Amendment, Section 1, the right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on the account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. 19th Amendment, The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. My point of all of this is, we have the freedom in this country, and we have freedom. And you know how we got those freedoms? By being bold and courageous. But right now, as a country, we are not acting like it or even acting appreciative of the history with these freedoms. So next time you're out and about, look around and ask yourself, am I free? At the end of the day, you choose to be free or not. It comes from you. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Victoria, the historian, and now back to Carrington. Hey everybody, I am back. I really hope you enjoyed Victoria. She is quite knowledgeable on the history of our country, and she's just a trip. So, welcome to our next segment, which is Monday Memes. So it's Happy Monday. And before we get started with the memes, I wanted to make a correction for my last episode. I was listening to it just last night when I was editing it, and I realized while I was talking about the Oscars, it sounded like I was saying the Oscars coming on April 25th was the 96th. It's not. It's the 93rd. In 2024, it'll be the 96th. That's what I meant to say. So anyway, just a quick correction. Thought I would acknowledge that. And now I'm moving on to our memes. So these are memes that either I created or I saw while scrolling through social media this past week, and these were just too good. Now, of course, I have to start with the recent one from the Super Bowl that I came up with, and it is do you remember The Weeknd? He performed, and his dancers literally were wearing mask-looking things. I know it's in honor of his stunt, the publicity stunt he pulled with the surgery, and he looked really botched and whoa. But didn't they kind of remind you of jock straps? They reminded me of jock straps, so I came up with a meme that said, it had a picture on the TV of the dancers, and what I put was the players wondering where their jock straps went. And they're both looking up with their arms crossed, and I couldn't help but just laugh at that, because you have to joke about that because you watched it, and I don't know if you all agreed with that, but dang, I watched it and I just went, oh, this is too good not to post. So I did it, very proud of it, and of course I was one of the first people to do it that at least I saw, and then I saw other people doing it. Or my favorite one from The Weeknd, when he's looking around in his opening of his performance, and he's just looking around, and they come up with all these scenarios of why he's looking around. Anyway, I thought it was hilarious. But time to move on to the next meme. So I call this one the front door meme, and it says, it's Leonardo DiCaprio's face holding a front door on a motorcycle, for those of you that are on audio, and it's saying, government, you're not allowed to go more than 5 miles from your front door. And then me, being Leonardo DiCaprio's face holding the front door on a motorcycle. And I thought that was that was pretty hilarious. The third one I saw recently, it was a couple sitting down and then a waiter serving them shrimp cocktails, and it says, here you go folks, 2 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because of that whole scandal with that whole mess. I also love that video of the Beetlejuice, the scene where the shrimp hands come up and grab the faces and put them down in the plates. I thought that was a pretty outstanding video meme as well. And the next one I saw was, it says, I'm with stupid. It's a minion holding a sign that says, I'm with stupid, between these 2 people that are dressed like minions due to COVID. They're scared of the virus, and they're super sealed in these big suits that, look like minion suits. So I'm with stupid. Well, Yeah. Anyway, moving on from that one. The next one is Will Smith, and you can tell it's from the final episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It is him standing in the middle of the empty living room, and it says, "Me in the toy store trying to find something not canceled." Amen to that. So that one's pretty self-explanatory and also very sadly accurate. And then this next one, I call it Fauci with Forrest. It says, it's basically Fauci being Bubba Gump for Bubba Gump shrimp, but he's talking about all his shrimp. So it's like, we got all kinds of restrictions, Forrest. Even if you're vaccinated, you can't indoor dine, you can't go to a theater, you can't see family, you can't stop wearing your mask, you can't hug your grandma, you can't go to places where people congregate, you can't stop being scared, you can't stop social distancing, your kids can't go to school. It's literally the scene where he keeps rambling, and I thought, what a perfect meme for that. So I hope you really enjoyed those, and yeah, they made me laugh. So hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. Welcome to Check Yourself. Anyone hear about what's going on with the Miami Heat games and their seat situation? So, according to ESPN's website, vaccinated fans will have their own sections at games. The Heat announced plans Tuesday to open 2 sections in their lower bowl only for fully vaccinated fans, starting with an April 1st game against the Golden State Warriors. And it looks like, this is just I'm away from the article for a second, it looks like more venues and clubs are going down this same path. Just keep this in mind, all of this for everybody. And back to the article. Masks will be still required, even for the vaccinated fans, but social distancing rules will be slightly flexed in those areas. Okay. I'm not necessarily checking with one particular person. I'm just checking in with the situation, because this is how our future is looking. So back to the article for a second. You have to bring a vaccination card along with an ID, and you have to be vaccinated for at least 14 days to be eligible for those sections, on top of, worrying about the people heckling you for not wearing a mask between beer drinking, because that's going to be a story somewhere. And also, this doesn't sound like freedom to me. It's kind of like it's getting to the point where it's like, wow, so we have to have a card. So not only is booking expensive for these venues, but on top of that, we have to worry about, on top of the security going in the stadiums and the arenas and everything, we have to worry about that on top of security, the parking. I just don't know. It's going to be a complicated mess, but I'm staying open-minded about it. Some more, I'm just checking in with the how you handle the situations on both parties. So don't be a mask heckler, okay? Don't be the mask police. Let the people enjoy the game. They're there. So just keep this in mind for your next concert or game or event that you book. I know I will for myself. So venues, check yourself. Don't be the mask police if someone's enjoying a beer, or even fans. Don't be that guy or girl. Don't be that person. So the more restrictions you add, I don't know. We shall see. Time for some inspiration news, shall we? So I went on Be Inspired News, which is, Breitbart for their inspiration section. And this is I thought this was the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. Sorry, I'm chuckling, but it's just, I think it's just so adorable. World War II veteran honored with surprise high school graduation decades later. Raymond Schaefer did not finish high school because he chose to serve in World War II, but on Thursday, he finally received his long-awaited diploma. Today, we are blessed to experience one of those significant moments in time with Mr. Raymond Schaefer, said Principal Dan Foster of Waterford Union High School in Wisconsin, according to Fox 6. The school shared photos of the veteran and his surprise graduation Thursday, writing, Raymond is 96 years old, and today he received his honorary high school diploma. He left school to help support his family by serving in World War II. He has often mentioned how he wished he would have graduated from high school. It's never too late to chase your dreams, the post continued. Oh, look at these pictures. And then it says, when he returned home after the war, Schaefer worked in the Milwaukee equipment manufacturing business for nearly 40 years, but never finished his education. He'd say things like, well, I wish I had a high school diploma, but I was just too dumb. But it's like, that wasn't the case at all. He quit school supporting his family, said friend Cynthia Bennett, who initially approached officials about getting Schaefer a diploma. The Waterford Union High School marching band, school board members, teachers, students, and loved ones made the surprise graduation ceremony a success. It's great. I thought of it many times, but never got around to it, Schaefer commented. The veteran also received an honorary medal to commemorate his time at Racine County? I think it's Racine County School of Agriculture since it was shut down in 1959. I proudly present to you an Aggie, a graduate of 1943, recognized on this day, March 18th, 2021, Foster told him. While describing Schaefer's tough decision as a teen to leave school and fight in World War II, Foster stated, Raymond not only served his country, but he also served the world. How cool is that? And then the next one I found, which I thought was really, really inspiring. The headline is, Police Chief Issues Kindness Challenge After Officer Mows Woman's Lawn. Little things like this, right, folks? Like, it's still there. A police chief in Hutchinson, Kansas is challenging every officer to do a random act of kindness after an officer was discovered mowing a lady's lawn. Officer Wells received a lot of praise since he mowed the woman's lawn over the weekend. The woman has health issues and struggled to complete the task on her own. The Hutchinson Police Department caught Officer Wells in the act and decided to post the photo of him on Facebook on Monday as an example of how other officers in the department should act. Oh, how cool is that? Our chief has issued a challenge to every officer. What positive impact did you make in your community today? Wrote the police department. Police officers across the country have done random acts of kindness above and beyond their duties. In December 2020, Breitbart News reported that an Arizona police officer adopted a toddler he found during a welfare check. In June 2020, the Florida State Highway Patrol helped a mother deliver her baby on the side of the road. And in February 2019, a New Jersey police officer left a $100 tip and a kind note for a pregnant waitress. Little things, folks. Little things can get you through the day and through life, because it's little things that really count. So, time to move on to the finale. Welcome to the finale. A very exciting news headline came my way recently, and I want to say a quick congratulations to Bindi Irwin and her husband Chandler Powell on giving birth to a baby girl named Grace Warrior Irwin Powell. The reason for Warrior, I thought this was the coolest reason. In honor of her father, the late Steve Irwin, the amazing wildlife crocodile hunter who passed away in 2006 due to a stabbing in the chest from a venomous stingray, and he went into cardiac arrest immediately. It was just, so awful. It was so it tears me up a little bit still thinking about it, but I'm going to try not to go there. But anyway, congratulations to Bindi, well deserved, and I wish you well and happiness with your entire family. Normally, I go into an entertainment venture of movies, TV, theater, but for today, I'm just going to end it with the inspiration news and Bindi's baby news. And just end with a quote. Freedom lies in being bold, by Robert Frost. So go, be bold, and please continue thinking with common sense. And follow me on all the social medias. And with that, until next time, everybody, bye.